A first alert update from within the past hour. Federal authorities sentenced 37-year-old Torey Robinson to 5 years in prison for causing this standoff in Appleton back in April. As we told you then, police say Robinson approached officers to ask what kind of body armor they wore prior to gunfire being heard at his house. A shelter in place was issued during a standoff that lasted about 5 hours. After Robinson's arrest, police say they recovered a rifle and numerous rounds of ammunition, which he was not allowed to have as a convicted felon.